Okay, and then the one you talked about, Jack, earlier, you talked about how do you get feedback. This is critical. Read this. Discuss who you are with family, friends, and peers. Discuss your findings with the closest people. They're the ones that know you. They're the ones that can assess you. Go to lunch. Go to breakfast. Ask them what their perception are. Here's the best thing you can do. You sit down at lunch, you sit down at dinner, whatever. You both get pieces of paper out. You tell them, put 5 words down about me, what you think about me. You put 5 words down about what you think about yourself. You'll be amazed when you share your thoughts, you were totally different. You'll find out, I didn't realize I was that way. You mean I can be a bad person sometimes? Wow, I can really be hard on people? You'll find out what you truly are by those people. Your family or your closest friends, people you trust, or your mentors. They can really, really give you proper feedback. Again, I didn't know any better. I didn't realize that. I wish I would have gone to a friend and said, tell me, gosh, Chip, you're really outgoing, or this and this and this, but you could be this way or that way. Then you can align and you can kind of craft your brand and you can work on your brand. I hope that makes sense. That's a powerful thing to do. Take that and, and take it tomorrow and sit down with somebody. You'd be surprised how different you may be. Questions? Anything from that, Jack?
So we do have a question. So kind of going along with that, you ask your friends, your family, what if you find out that there's something that you don't like about your brand? And how do you go about fixing that?
Well, first of all, you got to recognize it. First of all, you got to accept it that it's truth. So, because perception is reality. Sometimes you don't realize that your friend thinks that way about you because you think you're great. We all love ourselves. We all love ourselves. I'm an extrovert. I love people. I'm this. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You write them all down like, wow, I'm wonderful. But you don't realize that there may be some things that you aren't as wonderful as you think. So I think the first thing you got to do is trust the other person to be honest with you, give you a fair assessment, and it doesn't ruin your friendship. Or it doesn't, and you go, okay, Chip, you really have this issue. Bill, you go, okay, I do. Gosh, I didn't realize it. Really? Okay. So then the next thing is, what do I do to change that brand? First of all, you may find out that there's a lot of people that think that about you now. You didn't realize that. The first thing I would do is I would work on that one skill, one thing that people perceive you as, especially if you feel like, wow, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I need to kind of be visual and work on that behavior change, because there'll probably be some of the behavior that you have to kind of work on it. It won't just turn a switch on and off. So I think it's recognition of it, accepting it, realizing it's true, and then try to come up with a game plan and have people help you as well as yourself make those changes to improve your brand.
All right, thank you.
All right. How do you write a personal brand statement? So we've gone to, writing the stuff down, right? Your values and your talents and you got to write that down, but how do you do it? So you look at the values, and then you write just a 1 to 2 brief statement about yourself, answering 3 questions. What value do you provide? How do you be yourself and uniquely separate yourself and have your own personal, then whom do you do it for? What's the target audience? So sit down and write about a paragraph is fine. You got to start somewhere with a personal brand statement about yourself. This is just an example coming up. So John, this is out of Europe actually. John keeps families in Edinburgh. That's his target audience, right? Families. That's his customer, right? That's his target audience. Warm. That's his value through bespoke heating installations using only the most advanced German boilers. So that's unique. So he provides something unique. He provides value because those customers, those homeowners are going to become warm, and his target audience are families. So this clearly tells you what John does, right? For whom, and gives you an insight into how, I would say the statement is memorable. I've think of a family keeping warm and snug over Christmas, all thanks to a fantastic boiler man, John. But somehow you got to come up with what's your target audience, what value to bring to them, okay? And then how do you separate them? How do you separate that from the other person? Obviously, he separates it by he provides them a boiler that is unique, that keeps them warm, and so he's got some happy customers. All right, my experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly. My journey basically I've done a lot of different positions in the medical industry. And basically I'm going to tell you that here's some very raw, about some of my journey. And I hope that this can help you. No, I didn't understand personal branding. So now you've got a chance to write your own personal brand statement. You got a chance to sit down and go through what your brand is. You got a chance to do things, hopefully, that I didn't do early in my career. You got a chance to have rules of engagement with your boss, and you have a chance to get it more assessed now by your friends and family, okay? I didn't realize any of that till 5, 6, 7 years into my career. And what I learned is, yes, it's very important what the company thinks, what your boss thinks. So you can square that one up. I didn't do a very good job of that, okay? Perception is reality. Like I said, again, you may not have done something. You may don't think you are that way. You may not think there's anything close to what you think you are. But if they think that you are someone who can control, your destiny in some way, your purse strings, your promotion, then it is real, okay? And so you got to understand that you can build this brand for many years, and then you can lose your brand like this. And then it goes down. And then you can come back up. But remember, you can lose that brand in seconds and minutes. And so some of the things and when you fall on the ground, you got to get back up. So, before anyone asks me, because I get this question all the time, what did happen? I think there's a couple situations in my career. One, I think what I said was taken out of context. I think that's a lot of it sometimes. People may take what you say. It may not be funny to somebody. Maybe you offended somebody, you didn't realize it. Maybe you said something, whatever. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It could be taken out of context. I think that happens to a lot of people, and you can lose your brand. I've lost my brand and come back up, lost my brand, and it's just human nature. We all try. I have two things in my life. I always try to do things with the right intent and the right heart. But that doesn't mean that someone won't perceive you as something different. So, but the key is when you go through this stuff and, be careful. What did I tell you earlier? Listen more with your ears, observe more with your eyes. I don't think I listened as well, and I don't think I observed as well. Watch your surroundings. The key is I'm teaching you, watch who's around you at a meeting. Watch what you do at a national sales meeting or a big company meeting or a company gathering or getting together with company personnel. Watch, observe, speak less. Watch what you say. Watch your environment, who's around you, who can maybe control you. If you said something, they took it out of context.